In the past, Huawei has mostly played it safe with its P series of smartphones, but get ready because the next flagship from the Chinese company could be something uncharacteristically crazy. Let's take a look at what we know so far about the Huawei P20.
There's been some confusion over whether the name of Huawei's next flagship is going to be P11 or P20 based on some recent trademark filings, but the best information I have is that it is still P20, and that numerical jump from last year's P10 hints that this is going to be a big upgrade. There are two big important things about the P20 based on the leaked information we've seen so far: the screen and the cameras. According to information unearthed in pre-release firmware by XDA, there'll be 3 Huawei P20 phones, at least one of which will use an iPhone X style notch at the top of a 6-inch display. The designs of the rumoured P20, P20 Plus and P20 Pro have been elusive thus far. We've only got a small glimpse of these 3 phones through leaked blueprints on Chinese social media. These should be taken with a pinch of salt obviously, but they do line up with other leaked information out there. So the P20 and P20 Plus look like they'll bring the same slim bezel design in 2 sizes, with fingerprint on the front just like we saw with the P10. The P20 Pro is your equivalent of an iPhone X, with a larger 6-inch 2x1 screen. It's a premium model with a notched screen, even slimmer borders thanks to the relocation of the fingerprint reader around the back, and possibly some kind of 3D face scanning system as well. Like the iPhone X, there's a chance the P20 Pro's notch houses some exotic face recognition technology. One possibility is a miniaturized version of Huawei's Cloud Point depth camera, which was showcased as a separate plug-in module last year. Like Apple's Face ID, this uses an infrared projector and an array of cameras to measure the biometrics of your face. But even if the notch is just for an earpiece and a good old-fashioned selfie camera, Huawei has already proven its face recognition chops with this feature in the Honor 7X and View 10. But wait, are those 3 cameras around the back? We see the same triple camera array on the back of all 3 P20 models in these renders, and that aligns with the other big rumour around these handsets, that Huawei will be the first phone maker to one-up the current trend of dual cameras. Think of it as the smartphone equivalent of that famous 5 blades onion piece from a few years ago. More information about the P20's triple camera setup comes from the reliable Evan Blass, who unearthed promotional art boasting about the photographic capabilities of a future P-series phone. 3 lenses, at least one 40-megapixel sensor, and up to 5 times hybrid zoom. Compare that to the 2 times hybrid zoom of the current Mate 10 phones thanks to their 20-megapixel secondary sensors. And that's all set to be paired with a 24-megapixel selfie around the front. The Pro images also call out a new Sensor and Optic, suggesting we could see an improvement even beyond the f1.6 lens of the Mate 10, and that would help with the new Pro Night Mode, also mentioned, with claims that'll let you capture great low-light shots without a tripod. Again, that's in contrast to Huawei's current Night Mode, which is fine, but really needs a tripod for longer exposures. And last but not least, it looks like Huawei may be taking advantage of the neural processing unit in its Kirin 970 chip to assist with framing and lighting. Just as the NPU was used to identify scenes and even different kinds of animals on the Mate 10. It's not 100% clear how this will work just yet, but it'd be easy to see how AI might be able to figure out the subject of your photo and then direct you to frame it in a certain way. In total then, we're looking at a pretty ambitious handset from Huawei, building on the strengths of the Mate 10 and pushing things forward where it matters in terms of both the camera and the design. But we might have to wait a little bit longer to get our hands on Huawei's new phones. Although we were originally expecting the new phones to drop at MWC in late February, since then reports from the Korean press have pointed to a separate event later in March.
That's all we have for now on the Huawei P20. Be sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube and stick with us on AndroidCentral.com so you don't miss all the latest Android goodness from Mobile World Congress and beyond. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.